gratitude, sir. Could seem I misjudged you. I had taken you for another Force Arisen. Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the value you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such thoughts. Here, take this, as a mark of my trust. Give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the gates to the capital, and you'll be granted an audience with Captain Brandt. You're free to make your own way to the capital now. I see no need to keep you under constant watch, and I'm sure you'll breathe a little easier as well, aye? Of course, if you'd rather continue to accompany us, you are still welcome to join us on the ox cart. 'Tis your decision.
Why, 'tis a treasure in the truest sense.
Master, do take care not to throw it away by mistake.
Ah, here's the cart now. Do you intend to join us? Very well. Board the ox cart and we'll be off. No? Very well. It is your decision.
In this party are women all.
And I've no objections.
Goblins! What rotten luck! We've need of your aid again, sir.
compares to the thrill of victory.
Seems we drove them off. You've my thanks for aiding us. Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you join us the rest of the way? All right. Into the ox cart, then.
Can't expect to fare so well every day.
I shall pin the fiend in place!
Aptly said.
I've got to focus. The shift's only just begun.
All's lost.
I was informed of your coming would be arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it. Though I admit I had my doubts at first, it would seem this is no mere deceiver.
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one arisen. That arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? In that case, mayhap I ought to explain the situation before we proceed. You, and no other, are the sovereign, the only legitimate ruler of this kingdom. Some days past, you confronted the dragon in the village of Melv, whereupon you became arisen. The people rejoiced, for our true liege had finally appeared, ending Ramon's long years of council rule. Yet, not all celebrated your coming. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous council, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the consul's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the sovereign in your stead. A mere puppet. However, with your Majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion, and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear?
My sword arm could use some work. It's too quiet here. I'll bring you running about.
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? 'Twould seem I am in your debt. In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if you've the time to spare.
Aha! There you are!
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait. Till next we meet. Farewell.
One must take pride in their charge.
Where to now? It's a thankless job, this. Another day.
I've been on my feet. Is autumn this year?
Always another errand to see to. I've heard some interesting tidings about town.
If you refer to changes in the military's makeup, I've heard the same.
'Twould seem the Queen Regent has made significant alterations to the chain of command.
Now there's a hassle I could do without.
When does my watch end? I've clean forgotten.
I feel more welcome here than any place
Wonder
else.
if there's any easy work to be had.
Reckon I'd spend my life here if I could.
Everyone's busy with their own affairs, I see. I'll take any chance not to think on my troubles. In it now. My sense gets
Reckon I'd spend my life here if I could.
Impudent little... How are we to fight with such wicked gear?
Reckon I'd spend my life here if I could.
got to work if I'm to put bread on the table. I'll get myself in.
If I grin and bear it, I'll make it through. I don't know what to do.
Living's hard, but dreams are free.
What should I do?
Time to go home and right now. Stands on end.
Venturing's a grand way to wind up a cadaver.
If I drop dead now, who would mourn?
Arms for the poor. Pray grant those less fortunate some salvation. Arms for the poor. Pray grant those less fortunate some... Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. May fortune smile upon you, kind sir.
Supper and the night's rest is all I need.
Time to be heading home.
but these pests.
What should I do?
Always a fresh breeze.
I've scripture to recite once I've said my prayers.
There's comfort in
in the humdrum of daily life. At least here I can let down my hair.
Put me in the mood for a song.
Sort of.
Turn your back. Out comes the dagger.
Well met, sir.
I've little enough gold to spend as tis.
A mother of nature will make something good.
Welcome to the Star Drop-In. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off?
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. I just thought to call for you. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here.
Come rain or shine.
But now, at your leisure. Where was I headed?
Mayhap I'll seek out a town to get to visit.
As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. 'Twould be a fine opportunity to display your Majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true arisen then. There is a problem, however. Entry to such an event is limited to the chosen few. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your Majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation in this matter? I thank you, Your Majesty. There are 3 locales that have seen significant trouble of late. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports of goblins swarming in great numbers. Next is Half Village, west of Burnworth. I believe soldiers have already been dispatched to cull an infestation of saurians there. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight. They were last seen crossing the second bridge on the eastern edge of Vermont.
Off we go then. There are beasts to be slain.
Cooperation is our strength. We face our task with an advantage, whatever it may be.
Oh, they see your bloody faces watching. No respect. My legs are numb. My body's not forgiving me for last night's scuffle. Well met, son. How am I
This
to
really
reassert?
is fine craftsmanship.
I've all manner of arms for sale. Come, have yourself a look.